Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So today I'm going to show you how to change the bottom H-arm on your Litehawk Brute, and this same process, same exact part, is also on your Litehawk Blast. This way I don't have to do two videos. It's also going to be the same for the WLtoys L959, L969, the L979, and the L202. That's a mouthful. Anyways, title of the video, a little different, but applies to all these. Anyhow, so you're going to need the wrench that came with your Litehawk Brute, and you're going to pull the back wheel off first, whichever side you happen to have to change. You're going to also have to pull this if you're going to make adjustments to this arm system as well, because it is adjustable on the back side here near the transmission, and it's adjustable here at the front. Okay, but we're gonna just show you how to change it. So first thing you want to do is you want to undo the lower shock. Get that out of the way, so that's freed up. Next, you're going to pull either the outside screw or the inside. It's your choice. They are different length screws too, so you don't have to worry about getting mixed up. One's longer, one's shorter. And if you can't remember which position things were in, well, just look at the side that's still assembled. But otherwise you should be able to remember fairly easily. This is upper and the other one's lower. Now these only unscrew so far, so you may need a pair of pliers to pull these out, in which case we're going to need a pair of pliers. Just gently grip the screw so you don't hurt the threads, and just pull it out. And as you can see, they are both different lengths, so there's no messing that up putting it back together. And then just simply take it out of the way. Your dog bone at this time will also drop out on you too. Now if you got any sand in the way, you can clean that up. I actually like to use a toothbrush for that sort of thing. And I know I had a toothbrush kicking around here someplace. There we go. Never brush your teeth with that again. Okay, now put this back on. It's only going to go back on one way because you have these adjustable areas here for your shock. Okay, but you can, like I said, put this thing in another area. Now you see this doesn't fit this way, does it? So flip it around. This is the wide end, that's where it goes. You can set this up higher like this if you want. It is going to make changes to your suspension setup. We'll do that, cover that in another video. So our long screw goes in. Just turn it until it stops, and then just a little snugness, just a little. You don't have to do a lot. This is where the fun begins. Alright. Right there. This goes in. Dog bone goes back in place. And this goes in like so. And it's in. Now, when your wheel comes off, if you end up with your wheel hub nut still inside, watch this pin falls out. Don't lose it. You're not going to be driving your truck. So we'll put that there. So the next thing we're going to do is put the suspension back on, and it goes on the far inside. Okay, so that's done. Now, make sure there's no hair or anything jammed up in here. And we'll put our pin back in. Like so. Line up the tire. Now I like to line these up so that they're laying horizontal like this. And then I just take the tire in my hand horizontal. Pop it right in. Check it, make sure it's seated, and it is. Okay, and we turn. And put your thumb back here just to make sure. Okay, it's all locked up good. And put that on nice and snug. And voila, you are done changing your rear bottom H-arm. Now, front lower control arms. Since we got time in the video, we're going to do this too. And we'll do one side for you. That one comes off a little differently. There's no locking pins to worry about on the axle because these are free run tires. So, first thing you want to do is decide how you're going to attack this. Now, I think I'm going to attack this one a little easier. I'm going to remove my shock from the top and I'm going to drop the whole thing out at once, as you'll see. Just because it's a pain to set that shock up back into the bottom when it's already installed, so it's easier to do it when it's out. So just undo the upper shock, take out our outside pin or inside pin first, doesn't matter. Now there is no adjustability room on the inside of your control arm here. It's only on the outside that you can control it up or down, which is going to change things about how your suspension sits and handles and everything. So we got that pin out. We also don't have to worry about a dog bone falling out on us here either. Pull that out. Drop it off and out. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to remove your shock because you're going to be removing this in order to change this arm. So you're going to want to pull the shock out. What I do is I unscrew it just enough that the screw hopefully still stays in there. I can just pull the shock out. Now, you do have two shock positions as well. We know from the front, I have this set on the outside. You can set it on the inside too, which is actually going to lift the front end up a little higher. Okay, but we're going to put it right back to where it was on the outside. You want to make sure that you get it centered in that hole too properly. And that can be a little tricky, which is why you do it this way. Makes it so much easier. And you just go until the screw actually stops. Because you can keep screwing and screwing all you want with the screw and it's just going to start spinning in there. These screws just basically hold everything in place. It's kind of stupid. I don't know why they didn't use a much longer screw to breach through the other side. It would have been better, but hey, whatever. It's the way they did things. Now, back up through the A-arm with your shock. And go until it stops and then just a little snug. And I'm going to put my shock in next, which really doesn't matter if you do it now or if you do it last. I'm just doing it now. And this one goes into the bottom hole because you know it's already in the bottom hole here. And again, it changes everything when you start changing the heights too, eh? So things can get manipulated. So there's a lot of modability in this vehicle. Again, till it stops. Just a little snugness. You over tighten it, you will break stuff. Okay, back on with our wheel. Nut back in. Until it stops, and then a little snugness there. And that's how you change your lower front control arm and lower rear H-arm. Voila! So we've covered these. We've covered A-arms in a other video that I have up. So the A-arms are going to be the same because of the exact same parts. And we'll just continue on with some videos. I'm going to go through what I have uploaded already, see what I don't have, and then we'll move that into another video, and then we'll do a video on how to actually, not so much how to, but what happens when you start messing with all these different settings that you can possibly mess with on your front and rear end. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.